Hi, Miss Gertie here. Today we're going to be talking about topic 4-5, multiplication patterns, and we'll be focusing on even and odd numbers. Before we go through the note sheet, I want you to take some time to experiment with this on your own and see if you can figure it out without the video first. So there is a worksheet in the note folder that you should have done already. If you haven't done it, just pause the video, give that a shot, and then meet me back here. If you have done the worksheet, we can start looking at this right now. So first off, remember even and odd numbers. Even numbers end in 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And odd numbers end in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. So let's just take a look at a couple of numbers up here. 23. In order to tell if a number is even or odd, we want to look at that last digit, the digit in the ones place always. And I see that it ends in an odd number, so I know that that will be odd. The tens digit is even, but that is not where we look. We always look at the ones place. 24, I'm looking at the ones place. It is an even number, so I'm going to circle even. Take a second to pause the video to look at the ones place here and here, and then choose even and odd, and then meet me back here to see the results. So when I look at the number 227, I see our hundreds and our tens are both even numbers, but I always look at my ones place, and that is an odd number, so 227 is odd. And then I look at 8,128. Again, I'm only focusing on that ones place, and that as well is an even number. Okay, you may need to use your chart from your review packet for this video. We have a multiplication chart in there. If you don't have it, you have other multiplication charts available. If you need to take a new one, you can. So right now our goal is to be able to look at a multiplication equation and tell whether the product is going to be even or odd. So here I've got 6 multiplication equations, and we want to be able to eventually just look at these two factors and then say, I know the product is going to be even, or, I know the product is going to be odd, just by looking at the factors. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve these, and we can use a multiplication chart if you want to. So let's take a look. 3 times 4, we get 12. 7 times 3 is 21. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 6 is 36. 3 times 5 is 15. And 8 times 4 is 24. So let's take a look at what is happening here. Notice when we have an even product, so we've got a couple even, 12 is even, 30 is even, 36 and 24 are both even. And now let's look at these factors. What do you notice when we have an even product? Well, let's look at 3 times 4. I notice here we have an odd number and an even number, but that still gave us an even product. And then over here I'm looking and I see we have 7 and 3. 7's odd, 3 is odd. So I notice that odd times odd gave us an odd product that time. 6 times 5, we have an even and an odd number. 6 times 6, we have 2 even numbers, and that gave us an even product. 3 times 5, odd, odd. 8 times 4, even, even. So taking a look at this, we want to come up with a rule. We want to have a saying that we can use, or a rule, about when we have an even and an odd factor, when we have 2 odd factors, when we have let me start over. If we have an odd and an even factor, 2 odds or even 2 evens, what effect will that have on our product? And I'm noticing that odd times odd equals even, and even times even also equals even. Odd times odd is the only time we get an odd product. So now let's take a look at this second sheet and see if we can come up with some rules. So an even factor times an even factor is always going to be what? And if we look at our sheet we just did, and we take a look at 2 even factors, we see that we get an even product. So even times even is always going to be even. What's nice that we don't have to memorize these rules, we can always just test them out. If you're not sure what happens when you have 2 even factors, then do a little experiment. Write down 2 even factors, 2 times 4, and see what that equals. it equals 8, and 8 is even. So now I can confirm anytime I want that an even times an even would give us an even product. An even factor times an odd factor, or odd times even, either the order doesn't matter, is always going to be what? Well, let's again do an experiment. Here is an odd number, here is an even number. Let's see what it equals. 3 times 4 is 12. So I know E times O, or O times E, is always going to give us an even answer. So far we have an even and even. Down here, an odd factor times an even factor. Can we actually, that should say odd, so just go ahead and fix that real quick. An odd factor times an odd factor is always what? Well, let's test it out. 3 is odd and 1 is odd. 3 times 1 equals 3. Again, 3 is odd. So I know that an odd times an odd will always be an odd number. And what's cool is that we can look at an equation like this. 3,356 times 4,121. Carl. Hi, buddy. You want to? All right. So Carl's going to help us with the rest of this problem. So let's take a look at this one, and we can see that these two very large numbers, we can actually figure out if they're going to be even or give us an odd product. So I'm going to look at this number, and I look at the ones digit, and I see that this is an even number, and I look over here, and I see that this is an odd number. Carl is going to, don't mess up the camera, bud. All right, let's take a look at Luca. All right, hi, Carl. All right, let's start over. All right, we have an even number and an odd here. So I know that right now we have a situation where you have an even times an odd, and we need to know what that is going to equal. And when I look up here, I can see even times odd is always going to give me an even product. All right, so even when we have really large numbers, we can still make this prediction. So as you're going through this topic, you're going to be focusing on the pattern of even and odd numbers, and we can also do this by using the multiplication chart, where if you highlight, if you look at all of your even multiples or all of your even products in the middle of the multiplication chart, when you figure out what the factors are, you're going to notice that it's always going to be two even numbers or an even and an odd number. Enjoy this topic and let us know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day.